I've been riding around on the 27.5, 26-inch. I got that Ozark Trail Explorer G1 that I've been playing around on. And they're all bigger size bikes, 700C, 26, 27.5. And I've been neglecting my 20-inch, mostly because I had a flat on the bike. I had this flat that I had when I tried to ride it to the city about a month ago, and it's just been sitting in the house collecting dust, and that's not a good thing. I do not like feeling whack on my 20-inch, and that's exactly what I'm going to be feeling like today, because I've been riding the big bikes, and making the transition from all those big bikes back to the 20-inch can sometimes take a little time to get right, especially since I've been riding those bikes a lot. So I'm gonna get back on my Cayne 20-inch Newbridge Pro XXL. That's right, it's the same frame as the anniversary frame. I just got it painted over with the new decal kit, and I'm actually gonna get it painted again. I'll probably get a fresh coat of paint, and then also put my new stickers on, which would be more durable than these, because as you see, my vinyl stickers are getting a little jacked up from the break here, so I'm about to, get it freshened up. But enough of me blabbering and talking. I know y'all don't want to hear me talk, y'all want to see me ride this bike, but first I'm gonna have to get acclimated with my bike, because it's been a while since I've been in my 20-inch, and it's my favorite size bike to ride. We throw the Strava on, you know what that means. Strava is on, I'm locked, I'm loaded. We're gonna see how it feels today. Alright, so it actually doesn't feel too bad. Feels a little better than I thought it would. I don't feel too awkward on my bike. Whoa, bunny rabbit. I gotta get my sprint back. Another rabbit, look at the rabbit. See him? Oh, more rabbits. Mad rabbits back here. Manuals. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa. Over the road there with that one. Can't turn though. Oh man. All over the road with it. Oh yeah. Okay. Felt alright. Got the Sear grips, which are some Alibaba specials that had the emoji on there. I thought that was really cool. The emoji that they had on there, and it actually matches the color of the bike. And the blue is a nice little offset actually. Doesn't go with anything else on the bike, but it's a nice little offset, especially with all that yellow. I have 9.25-inch rise S&M bars. These are the Race XLTs, so they're nice and light, but they're still strong enough to get busy on. I think after that little bit of riding, I'm used to my bike again. Oh yeah. I have the Insight stem. I know a lot of people are like, yo, why don't you have the 11 stem? Well, I got the Insight stem. I think it's pretty good. And actually, just on some real tip, I like the way this braces onto the stem. It has a lot of room here to play with, unlike the 11 stem, which when I make it tight, it winds up touching and you can't make it any tighter. So I know I'm probably overdoing it, but I like making sure my stem will never fall off when I'm riding. So 45mm is perfection. Then I have a black, gold, and black spacer, Truth BMX spacers right there. I got a Truth headset, Truth BMX headset. I'll tell you one thing, this bike is so much fun to ride. It's light, quick, super agile. I gotta get my spin back though. I don't have a spin. I'm running the tapered 11 forks, which are really good, especially the way I ride. I like to ride pretty rough. Don't want to worry about messing up some forks. I had carbon forks on here before, and I actually ran them to the ground because I was riding streets, skate parks, everything with them, and I finally broke it because it's not really what it's made for. It's made for racing on the track, going smooth and things like that. So the 11 tapered forks are 4130 chromoly forks, which are already strong, but now they have that taper in there. It actually looks good with my tapered frame, and it also adds a lot more strength to the fork. So I can really get busy and play around with that guy. Feels good to ride without a bag. I've been riding with a book bag all the time on my other bikes. Now I feel free. Free! I don't have a bag on my back. Mad liberating. So here we are, skate park once again. And I'm gonna repeat myself like I did the last time. I can tell you that this area right here is perfect for a pump track. I have my old XS 351 wheel on the front because the forks that I had were 20 millimeters, so I couldn't put a 20 millimeter wheel on this fork because this is a 10 millimeter fork. But they do actually have a 20 millimeter version of that, which I should get, so I can put my Killer Buzz front wheel on because I have my Killer Buzz in the back, which is an awesome wheel set. The Killer Buzz wheel set from Supercross is super awesome. It comes out the box, spokes are super tight, and a nice loud freewheel that you're going to hear later on throughout the whole video. Alright. Woo. Woo. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. What I have on here as my pedals is the flat bike pop-off pedal. That's right, flat bike pop-off pedal. This is a quick release pedal. Nice platform pedal. It's got some nice pins in there to keep your feet in there. All you gotta do is pinch these two little buttons here and it pops right off. So when you want to store your bike in the car, you want to put it on a bike rack, don't want your pedals to scratch things up. If you want to take your bike and just throw it on the floor, you won't have to worry about scratching your pedals up because you can take them right off. All you gotta do to get the pedals on, you slide them on like that, bong, and they're in there. Alright? But they're actually some pretty strong pedals. They're made for mountain biking, casual mountain biking, but we're going to get aggressive with it. You know how we do. I always get aggressive with things, so we'll see how good these pedals really are. The cool thing about those pedals is that it feels like any other pedal when I ride with them. I don't feel like I'm riding some quick release pedals. They just feel like normal pedals. So, but we're going to find out how those pedals are, how they act, and how they react. I really can't tell that I have on quick release pedals. Really can't. Now look, if I don't want to scratch my pedals up when I put it on the floor, take the pedal off and lay it down like that, son. What? So I popped them off, and now popped them back on. I got the Tioga power blocks on the front. 20 by 1.95, so it's pretty big. I really want to get to 20 by 2.25 because that's massive. I like a big massive front tire. And I just put a power block 20 by 1.75 in the back, which sits a whole lot taller than a 20 by 1.60, which I had originally, and that's when I caught the flat on. But the 1.6 and the 1.75 is like night and day. And if you guys like the old school low profile 1.75 tires, the 1.6 Tioga power block size is actually similar to that, and that's why I had it on there. And the interesting thing about that is that, you know, the taller that your tire is, your actual gear ratio changes. You can micro change your gear ratio by changing the height of your tire. So if you have a low profile tire, spinning with this gear ratio is different than it was when I have it higher now. So now I have a little more speed, a little bit harder of a cadence, which is good because all my other bikes have harder cadences than this bike. So that'll be good for my legs to build them up and stuff like that. tail tap. Oh, at this point, that trick is highly advanced for me because I haven't done it in so long. Oh yeah. Next up, I have the Speedline aluminum cranks, which are really awesome, super beefy, super strong, super stiff. These are 175s. I originally had these on my 24-inch, fell in love with them, threw them on my 20-inch so I can represent Supercross, of course, on my bicycle. On the chainring side, I have the Insight bottom bracket in black. It's the outboard bottom bracket, as you can see. And on this side here, I think this was a, I forgot. This might have been a Croupi bottom bracket, a gold Croupi bottom bracket outboard jump off, if I ain't mistaken. I think I forgot. My little lock cap for my Speedline cranks is an Insight lock cap on there, so I switched it up a little bit on that. I have a Truth quick release C-post clamp in gold. I love the Truth C-post clamps, Truth parts all together. Let me try a few Flyout tricks. What are we doing? One-hander? Little one-hander, a little baby one. Let's touch the front wheel. Front tire grab, huh? How about that? Almost. Let's actually touch the tire though. Okay, I slapped it. One footer? I don't know about all that. I'm mad at that. Try a better one. Oh, not bad, not bad. Not bad. I got a Snafu seat and seat post. I've had this for, I don't know, going on 10 years now. It's really good, really light, stays out the way. And if you gotta sit down, you sit down on that bad boy and you good money. Insight chainring, and that is it's a 4215 is what I'm running on this bike right now. 4215. I just like the graphics on the actual chainring. Looks pretty cool. I have Insight chainring bolts. There's an 11 chainring bolt, and this is another Insight chainring bolt, except this is the one without the branding on it. What else is there? Oh, cross up or X up. It's weird doing it out of here because it's so vert. You need to go a lot faster to really get some good hang time. But I will cross it up again. I'm gonna cross it up again, you know. After I get this salty sweat out of my eye. Oh yeah. I also have the Tektro brakes. This is a Tektro brake kit. It's getting a little rusty. Might be time to get a new one. But what I like about this is that you can get a whole Tektro brake kit for like 21 bucks. It does what it's supposed to do, and you get money. That's all it needs to be said about that. And then once again, I have the Speedline Killer Buzz wheel set on this bike, and I love this wheel set. It's nice and nasty and mean and loud and ugly. I love it. And peep how I have the Truth logo upside down on the spacer. I gotta fix that, huh? Little cray-cray. The wind is blowing north, so that means when I go south, I'm gonna be suffering. Not fun. Everybody's turning, but I want to go straight. Woo! Legs on fire already. I ain't even doing that. I love the other sizes. I think 24 is probably my second favorite, 26 being my third favorite, and then 27.5 being my fifth favorite. They all have their advantages in one way or another from each other. But at the end of the day, my favorite size is the 20-inch. And the one thing you don't want to do, or the one thing I don't want to do, is I don't want to be out of sync with my 20-inch. And you can go from the 20-inch to the bigger bikes with no problem, but going from the bigger bikes down to the 20-inch can sometimes be a little bit of an adjustment. Woo! Woo! Gee whiz, man. People just going through the light like nobody's business over here. What's this about? Good. Tight. Ooh, it's real tight. Go, go, go. All right. It's worse than the city. Go, 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 go. The wind is blowing with me. On the way back, I'm gonna suffer. It's going hard. And I keep going north. This is the 2018 Cayne frame, Pro Double XL. Has a 21/8 top tube, has a 14.6-inch rear end, 6061 T6 aluminum, triple butted, a nice strong frame. It's got a tapered seat tube. If you can see, it has a little bit of a taper there on the seat tube. There is a new model that I have yet to release. Just funding is kind of hard with these bikes now. You know, you have to order a lot of them to get them. I don't have a lot of them money right now, so sooner or later I will, and I'll have some more in stock. But I do have a bunch of the 26-inch Cayne Newbridge frames. I have one or two 24-inch cruisers left. I'm gonna get them painted, and I have some 20-inch Expert Cayne frames available. So if you go to the website, you might see some up now. All the 26-inch frames are going to get custom painted, so they're all going to have a one-off custom paint job done to them with some custom decals. So stay tuned for that, all right? You know what it is? This bike just begs you to go fast. You just can't help but go fast on this bike. Oh, this is tight. Barely made it. But yeah. This bike right here just inspires you to go faster and faster. I gotta be over somewhere. I could probably get off of it though. Here we go, ledge time. No problem. Haven't done that in a long time. All right, here we go. Ooh. Oh, nice. Get some quality time with the old 20-inch. And also these pedals. No problem right now with the pedals. All good. Woo. Oh. I know what I'll do. Since I was doing tail taps earlier in the skate park, maybe I'll ride to this, pick up the front wheel, tail tap, and jump off. This might be a little risque. A little bit on the risque tip. Ready? Here we go. Just don't fall off, son. Oh gosh. No way. Not gonna make it like that. You know what? It's not the way I jump down. This is the way I jump down. Which is weird because when I'm on a ramp, I jump down the other way, right? Earlier. But I feel more comfortable going this way. Let's see what happens. Felt pedals. Let's try it again. Okay. Oh gosh, that was scary. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Let me stop while I'm ahead, boy. Ooh. You know what? Let's catch that. That was special. I'm here at Eisenhower Park, and they have this cool little circular track here that you can run around. Most of the time it's just a bunch of kids riding their bike around it. But the crazy thing is I'm looking in the center, the middle part, and they have it blocked off because they repainted the ground in the middle for a baseball field. Now what's crazy about that, if you know Eisenhower Park, they have so much baseball here, it's ridiculous. Everything back there is baseball. They have 1, 2, 3, like 4, like 5 baseball fields in the grass. You really don't need to have another baseball field up in this place. So now you have the kids going in a circle when you can put a pump track in the middle. A paved one, a plastic one, or whatever. You can put a pump track in the middle. That would be so much better because everybody brings their bikes, their skateboards, scooters, and go around in a circle, and there's more than enough room to put 2 pump tracks in the middle. Like a professional one and a starter one for striders, one for ADA accessible. So it's kind of silly to put yet another baseball field in this little circle. Oh, that was fun. That was a nice sprint.